All right. Hello, everyone. Nikki here. I am so excited. I have the lovely Belinda Love with me today. Hello, Belinda.
Hi, Nikki.
And
Hi.
my fluffy hair. It's all
Me.
fluffy today, just letting you know.
You look great.
But we bring you some amazing speakers, but this one is going to be super fun. And I know I need to take some notes because I've got some, pretty shitty self-esteem kind of thoughts going on around me and who I am and my body and all of that kind of stuff. But let me give you a bit of background. So Belinda is, so let's go through some career highlights. Authoring her own book. She's national MC for Sexpo. She appeared on Australia's The Bachelor. What year were you on, Belinda?
2017. I was on
Ah,
that season.
nice. She's hosted her own reality show. She's done red carpet events, and she helps hundreds of singles and couples to find love. This is why I need to take notes because I'm like a long-term singler.
Uh-huh.
Um, Belinda is a multi-talented presenter who brings a wealth of experience and entertainment to her events. She's studied NLP, and she's an expert at giving past experiences a new meaning, providing her clients with the freedom to achieve their own personal goals. Now, she knows how to captivate an audience. We are talking about loving yourself nude today. How cool is that? So Belinda has her own program, the Love Trust Cycle. She's transformed a lot of lives from healing trauma, discovering self-love, and finding their conscious soul partner, which, a lot of us need. There are a lot of singles in this group as well. And, I think for women, self-esteem is something that, for women, I'm sure you find, Belinda, is like you just told me you're doing a naked cake smash. And I'm like, oh my God, my heart, I could never do that. But, we don't love ourselves enough. And so I'm really looking forward to having a listen. So, guys, I'm going to hand over to Belinda and let's kick back and have a listen, take some notes, have some fun. And yeah, it's all yours.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nikki. I also wanted to say that, did you know that men also deal with body confidence issues as well? So it's a gender neutral situation that we're dealing with. And I think that the society, media, social media, inner critic are all accountable for this. So having the self-awareness to know how to manage that, which I'm going to go through in a minute, and hopefully you take something away from this today, will give you the confidence to actually feel empowered in the bedroom and in front of the mirror, because I know that often we can not feel confident in front of the mirror. We don't look at it. Like I can't see any comments currently, but if you're watching this now or watching this on the replay, I comment and just say how you're feeling at the moment, and I'm happy to reply and respond when I see them. But I think it's a universal thing that we're all dealing with, and beauty has changed over the years. It's not consistent. Like I often say, if I was Marilyn Monroe, back in Marilyn Monroe's era, I would be the, considered sexy as a beauty standard. So it's really interesting. So I'm going to start off with what we'll cover. Firstly, I just want to remind you that you are beautiful. And I want to bust this myth on beauty because, as I said, there's a stigma going on in the world and we need to really smash it. I'm also a part of Ravishing Fashionistas, which is a fashion show where they honor all shapes, sizes, skin color, freckles, dimples, all of those things. So if you're interested in challenging yourself and really being a part of a community that accepts you for who you are, not just what you look like, then that's a really beautiful community to be a part of as well. I'm going to uncover your self-love block, and there will be some activities and exercises. So I'd ask you to do something. If you are not on your phone, have it ready if you're on your computer. And if you're using your phone, I'd like you to try and get near a mirror for a minute. Okay, don't get too worried. I'm going to challenge you in a positive way. I'm going to reveal the 4 R's. So this is the 4 R's to being and feeling sexy, confident, and gorgeous in the Nikki Nunas. And then the reflection exercise will come next. All right. So firstly, the definition of beauty. This is the textbook definition of beauty, a combination of qualities such as shape, color, form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. A beautiful woman. She was considered a great beauty in her youth. Can you see how many crappy things are in this definition just to start with? Which is why I say, screw you. Let's break this stigma. No more attaching your identity to the meaning of beauty, because the meaning of beauty is what we make it mean. And do you know, and I'm going to show you a little bit about me and who I was to where I am now in a moment, just to give you an example. But who we are is no, I'll go into it, because I'm actually going to talk more into that. So you can look at this slide. So just so you know a little bit about me and why I do what I do. I dealt with toxic relationships. I walked in on my ex-boyfriend cheating on me. I dated a guy, he was with my best friend actually. I was dating a guy who was domestically violent, beat me up, would come in and just say, you're fat and ugly and nobody will ever want you, and would just beat me. I had a boyfriend just disappear after 2 years, just vanish, and there was no mobile phones back then. And all of this created my self-worth and limiting beliefs around who I was. And because of that, I actually developed a sex addiction. And I've only just authentically revealed that recently. And I'm actually appearing on Jada Pinkett Smith's show, Red Table Talk. I'm not sure if you know Jada, Will Smith's wife. She has her own show talking about my sex addiction and healing it and what it's linked to, which is a whole deeper other conversation. But I was seeking validation through external pleasure because I didn't feel worthy. And this was when I was at this weight and heavier. So I was 82 kilos, went down to 57 kilos here, and now I'm back up to 70 kilos at the moment. So body weight and body image also comes from a reflection of our own beliefs about ourselves. In fact, I did a post this morning on my Facebook, Nikki, about who I was and who I am, and the middle bits, because the reason why I was so heavy is because I was dealing with so much anxiety, lack of self-worth. I didn't, I was hating on myself. I was trying to be perfect all the time. And there was so much dis-ease in my mind that it created disease in the body, which is why I've developed chronic fatigue and lupus. So I don't want to go too deep into that, but just giving you a little snippet of who I am and why I'm so inspired, because I just think we're so hard on ourselves and we try to be perfect, but there's no such thing as perfection. Like, we are imperfectly perfect, perfectly imperfect. And when you can accept that and start to truly love you and embrace you for all your curves, all your stretch marks, all your dimples, everything that we have, and understand that there's such an unrealistic expectation around our standards of beauty. Because I was just about to talk about why, but I think that's a bit controversial. I'll talk about how to transform this mindset. So as Nikki gave me my beautiful entrance or welcome before, I've studied NLP. I'm a qualified life coach. And because I'm so passionate about enabling men and women to truly embrace who they are and to stop trying to be perfect and stop pleasing people and just, fully embrace yourself and please yourself. So beauty comes from, where does it come from? Actually, we think it's an external thing, but actually beauty comes from within. The emotions we feel and the language we express reveal our true beauty. So if you wake up in the morning and you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, I look fat today, or if you're waking up in the morning and you don't even want to look in the mirror and you're avoiding it because you are hating on yourself, I want to share with you a couple of things. This is going to reflect in not only in your physical body, but in your life, because your body hears everything that you're thinking. If you're thinking, I look fat, the cells will adapt to that. And then it will cause dis-ease, because like autoimmune diseases, because you are not loving and embracing who you are. You're fighting against yourself. And I'll get into the tips and tools now. So the 4 steps of how to feel confident in the nude. So we need to uncover this limiting belief that I mentioned earlier. So I call them love blocks or self-love blind spots. Then we need to remove it. We're going to do this today. We're going to pick one that is common in your mind and replays over and over, and we're going to remove it. Then I'm going to give you the 3 C's, which I love, and then we're going to ravage. So, are we ready? Hopefully, everybody's enjoying this so far and you can hear me. And if you please don't forget, if you have questions or comments, please comment and I will respond after the show, after the event. See, that's my hosting coming out. All right, so step 1, have you got a pen and pad? The first thing, so I want you to think about, and I know that I don't want to bring up negativity, but we need to be aware of it so we can abolish it. So the first thing is what are you thinking? Are you thinking, so these were all my love blind spots. These ones I've listed were personally mine. Are they relatable? I need to be thinner. My nose is too bumpy. My butt is too big. My tummy is too flabby. My boobs are too small. I jiggle when I wiggle. Are you thinking any of those thoughts at the moment? So firstly, I want to send love to you, because these thoughts are not your thoughts. These thoughts have been created from external pressures. So we need to start to learn that you are beautiful, and we're going to do that right now. So in addition to this, I want you to think of anything else. Do you think that nobody will want me? I'm not good in bed. I'm not attractive enough. I'm too old. I'm running out of time for love. I have stretch marks. I need to lose weight. I don't have the right figure to be seen naked. I'm not over the X. I'm not good enough. These are all things that we're thinking that are playing out in our minds. And I want you to ask yourself, if your friend came to you and you said these things to that person, if you said you're too fat, you need to lose weight, you're too old, comment, what do you think would happen with that friendship? So I want you to start seeing yourself as your best friend. I'm getting teary now, because we are our best friend. And if we go around telling ourselves these negative things all the time, how can we support ourselves? And I'm not saying be unrealistic. I'm saying truly nurture yourself and see the beauty within, because then it radiates. I talk about frequency, the Hawkins hierarchy of emotion. It's a frequency. So when we're in scarcity, we're in emotions such as fear, hate, anger, resentment. Fear vibrates on 130 hertz, which is such an easy emotion to vibrate in. So if you're thinking these thoughts, I want you to see that you're vibrating in scarcity. When we vibrate in love, love is 530 hertz. That is when we're ascending into a higher frequency, which is then that's what you will attract back to you. How you're feeling is your vibration, and that's what you will. Okay? So it's like to a friend or to yourself. I want you to really think hard about this. So what I discovered about this, what the actual impact of this was, focusing on the negativity will put up a block. It is a turn off. So the biggest sexual organ is the brain. And the reason why I talk about this is because when we're being intimate with somebody, even ourselves, and we're not orgasming, it's because we are not, our brain is overthinking. It's saying, I wonder if I look chubby, or, oh, that's wobbling, I don't want them to see this, or I don't feel good about myself. This here is the biggest sexual organ that there is. Once you can master this, you can master intimacy. Confidence is sexy. When I was 80 kilos at my biggest, and I'm not saying that's fat or overweight, I hate those words, I'm never attaching it to that, but what I made it mean at the time was I was overweight and unattractive. But I had my section was my peak of my weight concerns, because I was unhealthy at that time physically. So it's not, if I can attract, and I'll be honest with you, I slept with over 700 men, and I'm bisexual, and women at the time. So if I can be intimate with and attract that many people into my life at my heaviest, what are we worried about? I think we're just focusing on the wrong thing. In fact, one of my limiting beliefs was I would keep the weight on because I was worried about attracting more, because I didn't know how to say no to intimacy. I've learned that art now, and I've learned the difference between sex for pleasure and sex for connection, and how to, stand within my boundaries confidently and not worry if they're going to like me or not. I used to be intimate with them because I think, oh, they won't like me, I need to sleep with them for them to like me. Not anymore. It's my, everything has shifted once I got what I'm about to teach you. So loving myself means I attract men that will love me. So if you don't love yourself and you're in a state of negativity, that's what you're used to tell me that who will ever want me. I attracted him because I believed that about myself. Now, this is the most powerful thing that nobody knows in love and dating. You attract what you believe you deserve. And I knew I deserved love that was beautiful and connected and soul driven, but my heart didn't believe I deserved it. So if there's a misalignment with your head and heart, you're going to continue to attract the heart, because that is what attracts. So if you believe you're fat, then you'll attract people that think that as well. Because even though I don't believe that is even a thing, I hate that word, as I said, this is what I did for myself. I attracted men who thought I was fat and ugly and nobody would ever want me, but then they would still be intimate with me. So it's an interesting concept. I mean, I could talk about it for hours. I've only got a short time today, but I could absolutely talk and talk and talk. When you see your true beauty, you will have no inhibitions in bed and you will orgasm freely. Sex is great when you focus on your date. So instead of focusing on what they think about you, how you smell, how you look, all of the negative things, focus on how you can enjoy this moment, how you can be present for the pleasure. Okay, so now I would like you to do a little, I want you to take a mirror or your camera, and I will do it with you. And we're going to do the reflection exercise. And this is going to be challenging, because what's the first thing that we do when we look in our camera? We go, oh, I look terrible. Oh, look at my wrinkles. Oh, I got bags under my eyes. That's the first thing that we do. We pick and pick and pick. Now I want you to get this inner critic out of your head, because it's naughty and it's not allowed in there anymore. Okay. Remember, you are your best friend. So I want you to firstly look at things that you love. Oh, my eyes look so blue today. My lashes look long and full. I'm loving my new eyebrows. My skin looks good. My hair's growing back. My eyebrows look good. I want you to stop looking at the little negative things that you're thinking attached to the beauty standards are imperfections, because they're not. We need more natural beauty in this world, because the less pressure we put on ourselves to be perfect, the more we can embrace life and feel present and engaged and fulfilled. We're so focused on how other people see us, we forget to see how. And this is something that I'd like you to do daily. It's going to challenge you, okay? But without challenge, there's no breakthroughs. The butterfly doesn't become the caterpillar doesn't become the butterfly without going through the cocoon and the chrysalis, and that's a huge effort. And did you know that if you actually help the butterfly get out of the cocoon, it dies? So we have to go through challenges in our life so we can transform and be where we want to be. So embrace the beauty in the challenges, okay? So let's do it now. I want you to have a look at yourself for 30 seconds and look at the things that you love about yourself. What would you tell your friend that you love about them? Look for those things within you. Okay. I'm going to put a timer on. We're going to do 30 seconds. Actually, I should put music on. Oh no, it's going live. I won't. We'll get copyright issues. You're beautiful today. Your eyes are glowing, skin looks bright. Your hair is sitting well. Those wrinkles are laugh lines. It means happiness. Your teeth look great. Your smile is great. Okay, I was just trying to give you some affirmations while you did that as well. So hopefully you can start to see what your friends and family see in you. Okay, so now I want you to remove your love block that you have that you wrote down at the beginning. What was one of the things? One of my things was I need to lose weight. Was my thing. So I want you to write it down. Now I want you to either like scribble it out, tear it out, rip it up, throw it away. Just get it out. Get rid of it. It's not serving you anymore. There is no purpose for that thought to be in your brain anymore. I'm going to think of 3 to 5 qualities about that attribute. Now, I gave you an example when I was talking about laugh lines. So if you look in the mirror, and I'm going to give you my real swap, I call it. I'd look in the mirror and I would think my tummy is so big. I need to lose weight around my tummy. It's loose skin. I feel unattractive. No man will ever want me, which wasn't true because there were many men that wanted me. It's funny how we create these limiting beliefs. So the way in which I swapped it is this. I am feminine. I am curvy. There are men that love curves. I am Nutella. I'm going to give you my Nutella theory. So often people say to me that they think 100% of people in the world love Nutella. And then I break the news to them and say, well, do you know what? If we take into account the fact that there are people with nut allergies, people who don't support the palm oil industries, people who don't like sugar or sweetness. And if we say 50% of people in the world like Nutella, let's even say Nutella. Our success is Nutella. It sits shelves and it sells out. But do you see Nutella trying to change its flavor to suit the other 70% or other 50% of people in the world that don't like it? No, because it knows its target and it focuses on its target. So that is you, delicious and sweet, made for many, but not for all. And when you can accept that and start to embrace that, that is also when you will start to become confident. So 3 to 5 positive things. Hopefully you've written that down whilst I was talking, maybe not. I'll give you 30 seconds. Hopefully, Nikki, I'm on time. Give me a buzzer if I'm going over.
No, you're going perfectly.
Okay, great. Thanks. And I'd like you to replace those old thoughts with the new thoughts. So every time this comes up for you, every time you look in the mirror and say, oh, my tummy's loose and wobbly, I want you to think I'm feminine and beautiful. If you've given birth to children, I want you to acknowledge that your body created a human. Your body created a human. We should bring back and look perfect after childbirth. It's just ridiculous and unnecessary. So replace those. I want you to, whenever that negative thought comes up, this is the training. You go to the gym once, you don't get muscles. You've got to do it daily or regularly. Every time this thought comes up, I want you to look at yourself and come up with 3 to 5 things that you can love about yourself. And these are the 3 C's. So this is about being intimate with your partner. So if your current thoughts about yourself is limiting you from being intimate with your partner or with yourself, I want you to understand the 3 C's. So the first C is control the inner critic. So if the inner critic comes up, and like I said, I want you to swap it for the positive. Confidence in yourself comes from the first step, knowing that you're Nutella, okay, made for many but not for all. And the minute you can embrace that, people have the right to not accept me. You was going to say the word reject me, but that I don't see it as rejection. I see it as redirection, because not everyone for me. We stop worrying about making everyone happy, free up this tension in our mind to be happy in the moment and accept and appreciate ourselves and the people that are in our lives. And then have certainty in yourself and within your partner. Okay, so they're the 3 C's: control the inner critic, confidence in yourself, and certainty in yourself and your partner. Oops, my phone started ringing. Okay, so now if you've got a partner, I want you to go home and ravage them, go make love. But if you don't, and you're still dealing with this, I want you to take time for yourself and write out the things that you love about yourself, the things that you're allowed to be proud of and be confident about. And look in the mirror every day and trial this exercise, even if it's once a week for a little bit, until you start getting used to this process. It's so powerful when you start to allow it to happen and not let this meanie. You need to release the inner cheerleader. Be your best friend. Well, I know questions. Yeah. That, Nikki?
I loved it. Yes, we need to start being a bit nicer to ourselves. And I love that, the 3 C's and, all of those things. I loved the exercise that you got us to do. Like it was quite awkward looking at myself going, yeah, what do I like about myself? And it takes practice, doesn't it?
It does, because you want to go back into that survival mode, the mode of scarcity, and just listen to that inner critic.
No, it's amazing. Oh, look, thank you. And look, do you have anything coming up if people want to follow you, or they, Yes.
I was going to give everyone who wanted one a free love audit, so that we can work on this area if this is something that they're wanting to work on, or work on finding love or conscious connection with self and with someone. It's excuse me, it's called the Love Trust Cycle. Sorry, that's my course. I don't know why I did that. No. I went straight into my course. I've got that love audit, so if they wanted to jump on a call with me, they can do that for sure.
All right, so if anyone is keen for a love audit, just comment love audit. A lot of you will be watching. We've had a few jump on live, but many will watch on replay. So just comment love audit and I'll be able to get in touch with Belinda and get you sorted. Right. I really think everyone needs this. Females need this. We're not nice to ourselves. So yeah, we all need stuff like this. So Thanks so much, Belinda. Belinda has done this for me at last minute. We had someone who was due to come on, but actually had to cancel due to a family illness. And so Belinda's kindly just jumped in and said, yes, I'll do it. So really appreciated that. So thank you so much. And guys, we will be checking in with you in the next couple of days. We've got lifestyle audit tonight. We've got law of attraction tomorrow night. Got heaps coming up, so lots and lots of stuff to do. And now you've got some homework to do from Belinda, which is awesome.
Every day.
All right. Well, you have an amazing day. Thank you so much, lovely, for jumping on for me.
My pleasure.
And
yeah.
and we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.